why do you think investing and saving so much money is such a big thing?
Well, you know what? To my teens out there, my youth, everybody, parents, anybody that's listening to this, listen. It's a huge thing for us to learn to understand to save and invest our money, because what it does is it helps for our future. We got to not only think of short term, but we got to think long term too. There's short term investing, there's long term investing, but most importantly, you know, we got to look into what we gonna have for later on in the future. So when you invest your money, you potentially are growing your money, you know, and you're growing your money in the sense of where you're not necessarily doing the work. Your money itself is working for you. So just think about that for a second. You don't have to go to a job to earn this money. You went to a job to earn money, to put it into an investment vehicle that's gonna earn money for you on its own. So basically, you want to get yourself in the mindset and get your money in the position of where your money is working for you. The same amount of effort you put in at your job, you want to put that in. You want your money to be working twice as hard. So that's what investing is, and it's important to do that, because listen, how you gonna build wealth? How you gonna become wealthy and have this longevity of money and finances when you growing up in life, when you get older, if you don't invest your money in some type of way or some type of fashion that's gonna grow it, that's gonna multiply it. You need that, and a lot of us don't have it. So when we come across things that in our life where we want to take advantage of, we want to, you know, get into certain things, we can't, because we don't have the funds to do that. And saving is not necessarily investing. And I know it's like this thing, I know a lot of us like to look at investing, putting our money in a saving account is some form of investing, but it's actually not, you know. And savings don't do nothing but hold your money there. And the banks that's holding your money, you know, they paying you a percentage of that money for you leaving it in the bank. And honestly, like, what they're doing is they're, like, we all know that the bank utilize our money and they're invested into other things. That's how they're able to pay us a interest, basically, on how much money we got saved in there. But it's a very important thing to start thinking like, hey, listen, not only do I want to have money inside of my savings account, which you should have at least a 3 to 6 months cushion of life inside your savings account, and then utilize the rest of your money to invest it into other things that's gonna help grow it for you. And think about it like this. I'm gonna get it to y'all straight. All my people out there that's working, what if you invested your money into some vehicle, some type of vehicle, where that vehicle was paying you a percentage of that interest monthly that was able to cover your phone bill, maybe a light bill, maybe your mortgage on your house for all my adults out there, you know, maybe your car note. What if you had what if your money that was working that hard for you, that it was taking care of that necessity or that need for you at that time? You know, how different would your life be? What state of mind would you be in differently if you understood that, listen, my money is growing for me, and not only is it growing for me, it's helping me. So I you know, just think about it on that grand scale of things, and how much of a different lifestyle situation you'll be in, because now you're able to make moves that you never thought you could. Your decision making will become different opposed to many others. And that's why I feel like understanding investing and saving money is crucial, and especially amongst us growing up, to know the knowledge and financial literacy of what it is about money, because that's what most of us lack. And no, you don't have to have like this job that's paying you $100,000 a year. I mean, if you do, even great, you know what I mean? But for those of us who only make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year, you know, you can build wealth in some form of fashion with that, but you have to get started. So you have to start like looking into these things, like researching, finding out, you know, where can I put my money? You know, go on Google. Where can I invest $100? Where can I invest $1,000? Those are habits that I told y'all before in other videos, that you have to develop habits to help you accomplish and get to where you want to be. These are one of those habits. So you go up, you Google something, and then when you look it up, detailed information about what it is that might be interesting to you. Like, oh, hey, listen, I found this organization, I found this business, they put money here, you know, and with the percentage and interest rate, yeah, you're gonna have to learn all this stuff, and a lot of times none of us don't want to learn it, and we just want to have somebody do it for us. If you're in a position where you can pay somebody to manage your money for you, hey, by all means, great, that's fine. I have nothing against that. But I like to know where my money's going at all the time. I like to know where it's being set at, how much money I'm making, like what's the growth on my money, you know? And then in the beginning, it's gonna be small. So don't look for, oh, I need $100,000 or I need $100 a month. Listen, get started with $100 a month. Just start building that habit of how to invest, how to take a percentage out of your money, out of each paycheck that you get, or your allowances, or what it is. If you're not working and your mom don't pay your allowance, if they pay you $100, hey, take 25% of that and put it into a little piggy bank. And that's your way of building the habit of how to save, how to invest. And then once you build that little habit, for those who not working, you start to understand, like, okay, if I can take this same habit, this same model, and apply it to something on the greater scale, then the possibilities of my money growing at a larger number, a larger rate, is even better. So I don't want people always like to use that excuse of, oh, they need so much money. Listen, get started. Understand the basics first. You don't want to jump out there with $500-$600 or $1,000 and then you lose it because you didn't know what you're doing. If you find somewhere that you can, an investment vehicle where you can get out there and put $25 in, put $100 in, you know, put $20 or $30, $40 in, and then see how the process works, because that money's growing off compound interest. So for y'all that don't know what compound interest, look that up and find out what it is, because that is one of the things that's the eighth wonder of the world that we consider that's gonna help build wealth. And so when you start to utilize that, with you applying more money into it, it becomes a snowball. And like we know, you take a snowball, you roll it down the hill full of snow, that ball ain't got nothing but to do but become larger. And that's what you want your money to do, which is the same concept. It's to grow. That snowball is growing, which is your money, is growing. Once you start building that money up to grow it, you take that money and you can utilize it in whatever ways you want to. Not only that, you can take that money from that one investment that's probably paying for something in your lifestyle, take that money that's being made and start you another investment vehicle. Now you got two streams of incomes. So listen, I'm throwing y'all the game so y'all know. So now you got two outside incomes aside from you working your 9 to 5. Or aside from you getting allowance from your parents, from doing chores around the house. That's 3 streams of incomes. Mind you, most of us don't even only have 1. We still working to get 2. But understand something, you got 3. And then you just keep the system going. You just keep the system multiplying. Once you understand the education behind it, you can then pass the education down to somebody else. So like I said before, like the question was asked, this is important. These are things that we need to know. This is something that separates a lot of us. And we don't see that. Just like I said before in another video, you looking at the people across the street that are living in a fancy house, fancy home. How can you get there? This is one of the ways of getting there, along with hard work. And along with understanding nothing happens overnight. It takes work. It's a journey. So all that get rich quick stuff, like, listen, no, like get in the mindset of understand, like, this is a journey. I'm working on this. So I hope that answered your question. And I'm gonna get back to you guys, man. And yo, if you ain't checked out none of my other posts and my videos, check them out. Holla at you guys, man. Thank you.